Hey, what's up, y'all? So, today's topic is going to be about food and finding my balance with food through this fitness journey, this weight loss. So, with food, um, I had really bad eating habits as an adult because as a child, I came from a household with a balanced meal on the plate with reasonable portions and family meals. We didn't eat out a lot. We never were the family that ordered Chinese food or ordered cheesesteaks or anything like that from the store. Yeah, I'm from Philly. So we were more the every once in a blue moon on a Friday my mom might order pizza. Um, but other than that it was a meal. My mom packed my lunch every day for school. The meals always had a starch, a vegetable, and a meat. It was never excessive. Maybe Sundays she might have two starches like macaroni and cheese and sweet potatoes. But it was never crazy, ridiculous, unhealthy eating in my household. And dessert was always rationed out as well. Just it was just habit in my household. So I didn't come from a household or a family that didn't have balanced meals or didn't eat healthy. I feel like when I got older and had control of my food, I used food in the wrong way, and I it then kind of spiraled out of control with my food. I didn't eat crazy. I just didn't make good choices. So like in college, my weight blew up because I was heavy into like sweets. I went to school in Florida, so it was like Krispy Kreme and so it was a lot of sweets and fried food. Then as an adult, I think I just got lazy, and I was in a relationship at one point where they ate really unhealthy, so I just got really comfortable and just was eating cheesesteaks one night, fried chicken another night, pizza another night. All we ate really, really good in that relationship, but it just didn't work well with my health. So I think that's when I ballooned up to probably my highest weight was around that time. And I never was like a overeater. It's just that the choices I was making weren't good. You're going to put on weight rapidly if you're eating a bagel for breakfast with cream cheese, and then for lunch having a bag of chips and a hoagie, and then for dinner having a chicken cheesesteak, and then in between that drinking juice all the time. So it was more those habits. It wasn't just me overeating. It was just really just making poor choices in my meals and with my food intake. I started drinking a lot of juice. I'm not a juice drinker at all now, really. I don't. The only time I drink juice is with if I'm out of my home and eating breakfast. And I do drink Diet Coke. I know that's like the devil and like a curse word to super duper fitness health people. I know it's not good for you, but whatever. That was how I transitioned out of like the caloric drinks. But I know it's not good for you, so I'm not advocating people go out and start drinking Diet Coke all the time. But if I'm out now and I have a beverage that's not an alcoholic beverage, and I'm just like eating, I'll almost always get water or a Diet Coke. So when I transitioned into healthier eating habits, like I said, I started doing things like making a smoothie for breakfast, and I might pair it with. I never put bananas in my smoothies. I don't like the way bananas taste in smoothies, which is funny because I love bananas. But a banana in a smoothie just to me just takes over the taste of everything else in the smoothie. I usually make a green smoothie with either kale or spinach and some type of berries and maybe a citrus fruit and water. I don't like almond milk in my smoothies personally, and I might put like a half a cup of Greek yogurt in it to thicken it up a little bit. But I prefer mine a little bit smoother, not so much thick smoothie. I like it to almost be like juice. I use a NutriBullet. Before I had my NutriBullet, I had those little like cheaper cuppy ones that just blended it up and made it thicker. But once I got my NutriBullet, I like my NutriBullet better. For lunch, I was eating salads all the time for lunch. But when it gets cold, I don't really want a salad as much. So I often for lunch will have chicken or shrimp, and some type of, usually the couscous and spinach, steamed fresh bags by, I forget who they're by, but I eat one of those almost every single day for lunch at work. It's easy, it's fast, it's filling, and it's pretty good for me. And it holds me over through to my workout time. I usually have like a banana before my workout after work, or a piece of fruit, like, or a yogurt, just to give me a little bit of something in my stomach. But if I'm not hungry before my workouts, I don't force myself to eat before workouts in the afternoons. I feel like I've eaten enough for the day. I'm not doing really well right now with my breakfast food, because I just don't feel like prepping breakfast. So I'll like have yogurt and like maybe 100-calorie pack of almonds and like a fruit and maybe like half of my smoothie, or my green smoothie, and then I'll drink the other half with my lunch. My dinner is all over the place, and I'm at the maintenance phase where I'm not really trying to lose any more weight. I'm not super tight, I'm not super fit. I'm smaller than I was, and I still have curves. I'm still a little fluffy in the tummy. It's much flatter than it was, and I have leaned out a lot, but I'm still fluffy. I'm not super hard. And I like that fluff. I don't ever want to have cut up 6-pack abs. That's not the fitness journey that I'm on. I like being smaller. I like having a flatter stomach. I still have curves though, and I like that I still feel like a woman, because I don't want to be hard. That's not my goal. So my eating isn't as strict as some of the other lovely people that I follow on Instagram or on their vlog fitness journeys. I don't wish to be that strict with my diet. I, at one point, had a really bad relationship with food. When I was starting my fitness journey, I stressed about food all the time. Like, I honestly say for some months that I was not eating enough and I wasn't being healthy with my intake of food. It was like I had a really bad relationship with food, because I blamed it on my weight. So everything I put in my mouth, I stressed about. And I didn't count calories, but I stressed about food. Oh my God, what did I eat? Oh God, can I eat this? Is that too much? Was the last time I ate? Like, I just thought about it all the time, and it became very unhealthy, to the point where I almost was thinking of seeking some type of counseling about, or nutritionist about healthy food relationships, because I know I didn't have a healthy one for some months. Maybe like through the second, maybe through this, not quite the second year. I'd probably say like the second half of my first year through to the first half of my second year of my journey was when I really didn't have a good relationship with food, and it stressed me out. But now I've gotten a hold on it. I've still, like I said, have never counted calories. I just eat, and I eat French fries. I keep multi-grain scoops, the tortilla chips, in my house at all times. I eat them with everything, and I eat them a lot. And they say you can't outwork a bad diet. I don't have a bad diet. I just don't have the cleanest of diets. I'm much more stricter during the weekdays when I'm at work. When I'm at home, I'm not as strict with my food. I drink wine all the time, and I drink wine almost every single day after work. Or in the evenings, I have a good glass of wine, and that's my relaxing. It can be my dessert. I might have a glass of wine with some little almond trail mix. And that'll be my evening after my dinner. I do eat carbs at night. I eat now that it's been cold, I'm eating a lot of soup and crackers at night, and the soup I usually do is like a low sodium chicken noodle soup, or like a tomato soup and crackers. I don't count how many crackers. I just eat them until I feel like being finished with them, and then I'm finished. I don't stress about it. If I notice myself getting heavier and I want to start to lean out more, I'll probably clean up my diet some, but I'm really not the person to follow to see what I ate, because like I said, I've never counted calories. When I first started, I did cut back on carbs a lot. I ate a lot of salads and a lot of eggs and veggies and fruits and everything. And I still do, but just not as strict as I used to be. Like, I was very, very strict in the beginning. I think that's what people don't realize. Like, I didn't do cheat meals. I just did stricter during when I was at home. I didn't keep cheese in my house because I was like a freaking mouse of much cheese that I ate. And I just didn't have it. I didn't drink alcohol in the beginning. But at this point, I hate the idea of cheat meals, because who am I cheating? I'm cheating myself by not eating food that I like. I'm cheating myself if I overeat too. So I don't call them cheat meals. I just eat. They're meals. I had the other night. Oh, it's delicious. Shake Shack. I don't know if they have them everywhere, but they have them in Philly. And I was gonna take a picture of it, but I was so hungry. I started eating before, and I wasn't gonna say cheat meal. I was gonna say this is dinner. I had a double cheeseburger with French fries. Now the rest of that day I ate relatively healthy. I only had I went to the gym. I had like a smoothie for breakfast and like bananas and peanut butter on rice cakes. Like that's all I had really eaten that day. So my calorie intake wasn't horrible that day, but that's dinner to me. Is it all the time? No. That's probably was my craziest dinner all that week. But I'm not gonna call meals cheat meals because why? I can't eat like that for the rest of my life personally. If it works for you, God bless you. But I don't call any of my meals cheat meals. If I'm hungry and I want it, I'm gonna eat it for the most part. But because I'm I'm pretty knowledgeable about what I've eaten, what I've taken in, and my calorie, as far as what I've burned and how active I am, I can do that because I'm not trying to lose weight. I don't have a goal weight. I did at one point, but I don't have a goal weight anymore. I just like my size. And if I notice myself getting bigger, I'll cut back. I know how to lean out more. I know for sure that water intake is a big, big thing that helped me lean out this past year. I really, really focused on my water intake a lot more later in my journey than I did earlier in my journey, and it's done wonders for my stomach and wonders for just my body in general. So water helps a lot too. It keeps me full. But there's some days that I gotta say the weekends are not good for me for water because I just don't feel like it. If I'm sitting around the house or if I'm out and about, I don't like carrying. I'm not carrying jugs of water around with me. I'm not doing it. That's just me. I'm not carrying. You will not see me out in public anywhere carrying jugs of water. It's not happening. I might have water bottles in my car. Sorry, environmental people, or I might if I'm out and I'm thirsty, I'll just chug the big like 16.9 ounces of water. I'll chug that back and keep it moving. I'm not carrying no big jug of water around with me. My bag is big enough, and if it doesn't fit, guess I'm not carrying it with me. But again, I do what works for me, and I don't stress about it anymore. And I hope and pray everyone gets to the point where they're just happy with their progress and don't try to, sprint, slow ride this thing out because I did it slow. And my weight has stayed off. I stayed consistent too also with my workouts. My food, I definitely, and I always say, is not the best, and I'm not the person to follow for super healthy eating. I eat, but I don't go crazy. But I'm also in the maintenance phase. And I just had a lot of will in the beginning, a lot of will to just be like, no, I'm not keeping that food in my house. I'm not drinking. Only time I'm going to have stuff that's not going to be beneficial to my journey, I'll eat outside the house if I'm out to eat. Like if I was out to eat, that's another thing. 99.9% of the time, if I'm out to eat, I'm not getting a salad. I can make a salad at home. I'm getting something that I wouldn't normally be able to eat at home. And it's not going to be some crazy calories. I do look at calories. I just don't count them. Like I am knowledgeable about sodium and calories and sugar. I just don't monitor them to the point of recording them and writing them down. I just keep it in my head like, oh, that's crazy. I'm not going to eat this meal that's 2,500 calories when, oh, that looks tasty. That looks good for maybe 1,700. Granted, I'm out to eat. I don't go out to eat a lot. I do more in the summer because I'm out and about more in the summer because I'm a teacher and I'm off in the summer. But in general, I just make better choices and healthier choices, but I don't deprive myself. So that's what I'm going to say is the end because I'll keep on going and rattling on and on and on and on and on. But don't deprive yourself. Enjoy your food. But in the beginning, when you're trying to lose weight, you have to. I didn't cheat in the beginning. I didn't. You can't work out for 5 days in the beginning of your journey at 250 pounds and say, oh, I'm going to reward myself with food. You're not a dog. You don't get a treat.